Your stitching place should not only be a place that's comfortable, but it should also be a place where there's great lighting as well as extra magnification if that's something that's needed. Today I wanted to share with you my setup for when I do any type of handwork. As you can see in my living room, if it's a bright sunny day, I've got plenty of natural sunlight coming in the front windows that lighting isn't an issue. However, if it's early in the morning or in the evening or on cloudy days, this room does not have enough lighting in order for me to see what I'm working on, particularly if it's fine needlework. Several years ago, I bought this magnifying lamp that has an LED light. This is actually a fantastic light to have. Not only does it have a bright LED light, it's got great magnification and it's adjustable in so many different ways. The light can be twisted in any configuration that you want so that you can see properly. The other really nice feature is this element at this arm, this lifts up in case you wanted to put it into a clamp so that you can mount it to a table, which I would never do in my living room, but if I wanted fantastic lighting in my sewing room for some reason, that would be a great option. I love the steady weight that you get with the wheels. I can wheel this from room to room and it's not a problem. The next feature that I love is my iPad and my iPad stand. This is a great setup. The gooseneck is flexible so you can adjust it to any height. On this particular design, this is something I've graphed on my computer. With the iPad and my senior eyes, I can enlarge this or shrink it back down. You can move it over to the side, enlarge it again. And this is particularly helpful when you've got picture smocking because those are much more challenging to see all those little stitches. So the iPad Pro and this fabulous stand, which again, that's adjustable in height, but also with the gooseneck, you can adjust it many different ways. Again, this is a picture smocking graph and it's one that I've created. So it's on my computer, but you can see how helpful it is to be able to zoom in and enlarge those stitches so that you can exactly see what you're doing. If you don't need that, obviously it works great, but it's nice with the lighting, it's perfect. So I would highly recommend this. You can take smocking graphs that you have at home, and if you're having difficulty seeing them, you can scan them into your computer and save them, and then pull them up on your iPad so that you can do the same thing. I will put a download on my blog, so you can head over to the blog and get this smocking graph for the little we care gowns. It's designed to go on half spaces, but I'm sure you could use it with full spaces for a child. And then with the beaded smocking, I wanted to talk about this because if you download this and you want to work with beads, whenever you're working with beads, you always want to put the bead in through the needle at the last pass on the two smocking pleats. Because if you put it through at this pass, then when you go back to complete this row, you're going to have to get that needle back through the bead. So when I go to smock the second row, I will put a bead down here. I'll go my 2 stitches up and I'll put a bead there, 2 stitches down and put a bead there. So that's an important element to remember when you're adding beads to your smocking. And of course I have to have my cup of tea in my little Yeti, and that's perfect because it stays hot for at least 6 hours. And this is a great little item. I've been smocking with beads This is a Tacky Mat, I believe it's called, and you drop your beads in there and you can see, I can shake it, nothing happens. I can turn it upside down and shake it, nothing happens. This is a great item, and it's particularly nice when you travel. I bought the little Tacky Mat, and this tin is just one of those gift card tins, and I cut the Tacky Mat to fit in there. So I can drop my scissors in there, and it's great for traveling with, and you really won't lose any of your beads that way. And here you see it in action. I've got my beaded Tacky Mat on my lap. I'm stitching. I've got the light on and my iPad showing the graph. Is my sewing caddy, which is great. I can pick it up and move it from location to location. It's got a spot for just about everything that you might need. Pockets on the inside to put things, and another pocket on this side, which, well, it's not quite empty. Anyway, that is available in my Etsy shop, along with all the instructions on how to make these stitches. So if you need a little caddy that can go from room to room with you, this is a great little item. It sews up pretty quickly. The embroidery stitches are fun, and it makes a great gift for your sewing friends. And last but definitely not least is my sound system for the living room. This is my Sonos speaker. I've got it set up so I can listen to music while I stitch, and choose any music you like. It's great. I'll include links below for the various items that I've shared here, just in case something looks like it would be beneficial for you. You can buy yourself a gift, or if you've got a special occasion coming up and want to share this with someone else who might want to purchase one of these for you. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to my channel.